Welcome to the Ecosystem Incubator, Living Systems in Fashion. Have you ever noticed how fashion is often thought of as a competitive, cutthroat industry? With decades of experience, we realised something new was possible, and in fact necessary: the Ecosystem Incubator. We're creating the space and community to birth a new approach for fashion. One based on trust, collaboration, and transparency that supports all stakeholders in the system. No one tree is alone or can take over the forest. By building on the best of living systems thinking in combination with new technologies, a true ecosystem can be created that will help us all thrive. Let's go on a tour of the ecosystem, the fundamental elements. So this is the ethos we see, building together in collaboration, brands, artisans, mills, fashion professionals, as if we were in a forest of facilitators, a true ecosystem of trusted partnerships. This is how it works. The drawing on the right is the forest as a whole system, creating together. Each tree represents a different discipline: bags, shoes, lingerie, for example. Whatever else comes to mind, it may be kidswear or outerwear. Each tree works as a self-organizing team with no need for any big CEO to tell them how to behave or work together, other than an overall ethos of trust, respect, and knowing that you have to live in harmony with these others. Living together as a forest, if you will, a network of self-organizing teams. I don't tell them what to do. We have a how to be, but they choose how to grow together. So let's then focus on the tree itself. We see at the bottom, which by no means means the bottom, there are the mighty roots and mycelium that hold the trees fast and strong. These are the mills, factories, local production hives, artisan units, and also innovators like PhD students who have created fabric innovations and may need help to scale what they're doing collectively. In nature, the mycelium talk to each other and share nutrients underground. So that shows up as sharing and co-marketing to other trees to say, hey, the bags tree is looking at using cork. Maybe the shoe tree or the outerwear tree would like to collaborate on minimum order quantities. We then have the trunk layer, which would be the consultants, designers, marketing professionals, educators, professionals in sustainability, and experts, and indeed techs who would have the knowledge to make your products work practically and sustainably. They are the bridge and provide skills that brands or factories may be lacking when working alone and in separation. Then there's the brand branch layer, learning and growing from the trusted network and partnerships in the roots and the trunk to create what they need, working together with other brands to co-market, co-create, and create joined-up ventures that make sense for their B2C offer, bringing the innovation that is created by a joined-up ecosystem to use and be ahead in their business. That would be the B2B operation to start off with, where we are creating and collaborating with the collaborative network Wondr to host our seed stage. We build real connections and start to nurture our growth. The next part of it would be the B2C section, where our partnership with ethical AI comes in. The sun or the consumers would be able to view the brand branches in the forest and see the integrity and transparency down to the roots. Not that factories are always named, but we would be able to vouch for that integrity from the ground up. We also see that over time, we can partner with large and small circularity providers to take responsibility for products from the ecosystem that are finished with at a consumer level and have them move through our partners in upcycling, circularity, or recycling. To look how we design co-circularity into our system as we grow. Designing the fabrics and products from regenerative futures, and always advocating this flow of life of both product and services. We also have the dream layer at the top, which is far more about adjusting mindsets to a collaborative way of working, as this is a difficult thing for people to try on sometimes. So looking at the masters of living systems thinking, building nature connection, looking at whole systems thinking. And ask, how is the river? How are the mountains? How is my neighbour? I've not created this alone or in isolation. We have created the ecosystem not as one big person saying do this or do that, but with a design thinking mentality where we got professionals together from brands through to educators, through to mills, and asked them what they want and need to see from a system. And indeed, working around problems that came up in an agile way, finding solutions together to bridge to this new way of working. The Ecosystem Incubator is about us, not me. This creates trust, which is gained as each conversation builds and gathers its rich nutrients. So what's next? Join the ecosystem community, have active communication and indeed actions. Let's stop talking about it and start creating trust, co-production, co-marketing, business and thrivability for all. The first community seed layer is created in partnership with Wondr, showing social proof that this is indeed needed and wanted. I don't even want to do this if it isn't wanted. So far, we have got members coming in and starting to interact in the space. Those first 20 initial members will be showcased through our networks and lifted up as a gift for being the first ones on the dance floor. I acknowledge all members in that space so far. What would you need to commit to? Sign up to the Wondr space, and then we incubate, we shape it collaboratively. And what would you need to do? Just sign up to the Wondr space, and then we incubate. We shape it collaboratively, we learn, we connect, and we be part of the movement. And this might look like monthly collaboration meetings, innovation meetings, 3 niche meetings for each cohort, which wouldn't necessarily be instigated by myself. Once you were in a self-organizing tree, you could set meetings. It might look like fabric events where we can build connections. Indeed, whatever we need to create. Here is the seed structure. We have a nutrient layer, which invites people to the ecosystem, shows videos and has content, and has people get used to collaboration. The seed layer is £10 a month, and you can join as many cohorts that are applicable. On the right is an example of the spaces. You would click into and add your business and projects and network and start to create together. The future of the ecosystem is what we make of it together. Thank you for watching.